What's up, everyone? Today, I'm gonna teach y'all how to do 100% Night Shift Remastered. This is a Final Fantasy 1 multiplayer game that you can play with your friends. And there's so many settings, game modes, unlockables, and even some paid stuff in here, and a lot of stuff. And I'm here to teach you how to do 100% Night Shift Remastered, meaning that you can get exotic butters, all these plushies, and all of these skins, and get every night, every challenge, everything, and a few bonus things that you could do on your own thing. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. And the first ever thing that I'm gonna teach you is Classic Mode. This is how Classic Mode works. Bonnie Chica will start at the main stage, and then we'll go down to the dining area after waiting a couple of seconds. And then, Bonnie does have a different path of movesets. He can either just go to the West Hall or the backstage. Meanwhile, Chica has multiple than Bonnie. She can either go to the front of the restroom or the back of the restroom, and can go to the kitchen and the East Hall. And then, if they're at the hall, Bonnie could go to the supply closet and the west corner, or back into the dining area. Meanwhile, Chica can also do the same thing, but she can only do east corner, and her different movesets is probably back to the kitchen, restroom, or dining area. And if you see them both at your doors by checking the door light, you're gonna have to close the door. And then if you do not hear a sound when they're there, you can open it back up. Freddy has two different settings. One is his classic Freddy. He starts at the main stage like in Bonnie and Chica, and then goes to the dining area, restroom, kitchen, East Hall, and East Corner. And then his second setting, he goes to both doors, but his laugh is not always. So you're gonna have to memorize him. And I'm gonna tell you how you do these strats. So the first setting is that when he's at your right corner, you're gonna have to stall him on the cameras to not let him kill you. Yeah, so you just do. And then the second strat is that you can close the right door always and watch Foxy. And then the second setting is you can see him on both the doors with the light. You gotta close your doors, and then if you hear him laugh or you don't hear a sound, you open it back up. Foxy also has two different settings. His first setting is that when he leaves Pirate's Cove, he can only go to the left hall, making his running sound. However, his second setting is like the same thing, but this time he can either choose to left or right. So he can also run to the right door as well. This is what it looks like if you do this strat. And I'm pretty much also recording, so I'll say hi before I press that 5. Hi.
Hello.
Okay. You have to cycle very, very slow because of power. And he could be a douche. My man! How is this possible? Are y'all gonna attack or? Okay, I see. They're funny.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I don't even know.
The power outage, it's only on the Freddy's music box, so do not recommend waiting on that. Bruh. My man. Alright, I'm gonna have to cycle a little bit faster. This is too slow. Whoa! Okay, for a second I thought I saw Bonnie at the door. Pretty good amount of percentage. Watching Freddy a lot. That was the wrong hard. What about it? Okay, what is it? That's an easy strat. Oh yeah. Oh hell no. Yeah, bro, I'm about to win, bro. Wow. Okay, I'm out. No more. No more. Oh god.
It's almost over for
Sonic.
I was on 5 a.m. for a while, bro. If
this
I
looks
not,
ominous.
Exotic butters.
what the?
Okay, that was sick though. I like the part where the light was still on before that looked ominous as hell. I like that.
If you beat Classic Mode Night 5, this will be your first unlockable skin. It's called a remix skin. Like, Freddy becomes Bonnie as a skin, and Bonnie becomes Freddy as a skin. Foxy becomes Chica as a skin, and Chica becomes Foxy as a skin. But these are pretty decent, but not my favorite. Now, on to Reimagined Mode. Alright guys, I'm in the private server so I can tell you how to do Reimagined Mode. And yes, once again I'm in the private server so I can explain to y'all how to get Reimagined Mode done, because so far, if you're a new player, you have not won it. So I'm trying to teach you how to do this, even though that's the whole part of this video, so I don't know what I'm trying to say, but being for real, if you press jump on it, it opens up your cams and you just click around. There is well over like 20 to 30 cameras. I actually have no idea. I think it's about 25 to 27 cameras, but yeah, besides the cameras, yeah. So pretty much Reimagined Mode is a more complex mode, which is kind of obvious. So you are closer to the monitor besides right here, but no, you're right here, and you have to work right here. So I'm gonna tell you how do you beat Reimagined. So I'm gonna tell you what everyone does, and then you can learn. Bonnie can go to the left side and can free Foxy early, meaning that even if he's on his first, second, third phase, he can just free him out early, which is kind of crazy. And Bonnie can go to your air compressor room, which is your doors. And Chica can go to the right hall and can also free Foxy. I don't know why she can't go to the left hall. I know it sounds stupid. And she could go to the server hall as well, which is your camera room. So if she's in here, your cameras will stop working. Freddy can go to left and the right halls and can not free Foxy early, surprisingly, and can go to your generator hall and in here, which is your generator, which obviously generator means you're powered. He will break the lights building and you don't want that to happen. Foxy can go to any room that he wants. Generator, compressor, server hall, left hall, right hall, yeah, everything around the entire building. So if you see the animatronics in those rooms, you go to the maintenance room and you pull this up and you have to fix them right here. But you gotta see the errors that you see on here. Like, see, like this. If you see server error, you have to go to the maintenance room, pull this, and pull the lever that says cameras, and then you go back, and it's rebooting. And if you give it some time, it'll open back up. It's pretty sick. And if Bonnie go to your compressors or Foxy, you can click on this lever, which is on the doors, and you see this on rebooting. So you can't close the doors until that completely reboots, and it does take longer than probably some time. I don't know. And if Freddy and Foxy get to your gens, want to pull this and click on the power. This does shut off the building power, even though it was already in. Because if Freddy and Foxy get to your gens, they will break it, which is mean your power. So you want to go in there to reboot it. And you give it some time, but it backs up. And like I said, Foxy can also break your cameras. So yeah, you want to go in there, yeah, fix your cameras, yeah. But how do you stop the animatronics? Well, obviously you could just close the doors if they're at your doors. Like this, like FNAF 1, yeah, it's easy. But how do you stop them from getting into these rooms? Well, if you see them on a pose that Bonnie is looking at this room right here, and Chica's looking at this doorway, and Freddy's looking at the cam, like very closely, you can go to the stats tab, which shows your power and your usage and your air pressure, and your 3 doors. There's 3 extra doors, meaning you have to close them if you see them, and if you do not see them, you can open those back up. Oh, like the doors and power, there's another separate power which is called air pressure. Meaning, if you keep the doors for too long, your air pressure is popping up. Meaning it's going to go up and up and up and up. And then if it reaches the max, yep, your compressor air goes out. And you, once again, gotta click on the door lever like that. And it's rebooting, and then you can close the door if it reboots. Yes, you know that. But here is the strat. You want to watch Pirate Cove, Generator Hall, West Hall, Server Hall, back to Pirate Cove, and check your lights at this. So it's like Five Nights at Freddy's 1, where you have to stall Freddy and Foxy at the same time, which is kind of like that. But yeah, it's kind of the same, but there's more cameras. So yeah, you want to watch those 3 things, and once again, if you do see them, close the doors. And if you do not see them, open them back up. If you see them at your door light, close it. And if you do not hear the sound, open it back up. So yeah, that's the strat for Reimagined Mode. I will show you a recording of me beating Reimagined Mode. Rolling. What, everyone? I have an announcement.
What's that?
What's your announcement?
That's me, T.
What the hedgehog's up?
Did you know that Bonnie's actually blue?
I'm going to you.
Excuse me?
If you beat Reimagined Mode Night 5, you get another unlockable skin. And it's called the Ghost Skin. Which one? This is actually a pretty cool skin. It's like the Crying Child, but it's on the animatronics, which actually makes sense since there's just dead children inside of these suits. Don't want to get you know, distracted. Now, let's move on to the challenges. Now, since there are way too many challenges, I'm gonna try to explain them like fast as I can. So the first challenge is the faulty generator. It takes away 10% of your power from the night, but however, if you reboot your power, you will gain 2%, but only if you're below 45%. Camera drain. Now your camera takes up 2 user bars instead of 1. Slow joints. Animatronics take longer to leave any door that is closed. Lights out. The door lights no longer work, but Bonnie and Chica's footsteps. Bonnie and Chica always make a footstep now. Enraged animatronics. Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy will no longer be installed in the cameras, but however, your camera battery will no longer drain. Mesa box. There is a Mesa box, so you gotta wind it up like finance for the suit. Endo Madness. The Endo will be inside your vent system. Make sure to close the vents if you hear Endo's noise. But if Endo gets too close to the fans, he will break your fans, which will loosen your air pressure, meaning that it will go faster. Repairman. The server and compressors go out quicker, but reboot time is halved. Even if Enraged animatronics is on, the camera battery will still drain. Reboot all. The breaker box now has only one switch that will reboot every system. So if you do reboot all in this ranch, it would take 2.5 seconds to reboot everything, which is actually a pretty good thing. Faulty channel is the same thing, but if you put 2 of them on, you get 80%, but you gain 4% if you're below 45%.
Maniac Foxy. Once Foxy leaves his code, he will never return. But however, he will no longer drain power since that will be too OP. Slow Joy just makes the animatronics double, like triple the slowness. Workaday. Complete tasks like Final Answer 36 that will end your shift early. And you will get some motion detectors for your doors, meaning that's also OP, but except for your office doors. Careful though, reaching 6 a.m. will cause a power out. So if you do not finish your task, and if it's 6 a.m. and your tasks are not done, yeah, you're dead. Spring Bonnie. Spring Bonnie follows a set of path. Watch him on the cameras to make it go backwards on the path. And his spawn area is the server hall, and then he goes to the prize counter, entrance, restroom hall, a kitchen hall. And eventually, if you do not watch him on the kitchen hall, you will see him right behind you, blocking the path of your maintenance room, meaning that you cannot reset your stuff. So you gotta hopefully not mess up, because if you do mess up, you're dead. Music Box just makes the music box twice faster. Ads, you would have a random chance of encountering an ad, and you just press the skip button. That's all you do. Faulty generator is just another one. You get 70% instead, but you gain 6% if you're below 45%. Lastly, Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy has 4 mechanics. If he's in one of the red rooms on the cameras, if you hear him laugh, you have to stare at him, and then if he laughs or you do not see him, you're good. And if he's right behind you, if you hear his little noise, you have to turn off your computer before he kills you. And if he's at your doors, use your door lights to give him away. But he will go left, right till you hear his laugh. Oh yeah, you're good. But if he pops up right in front of you, you have to hide in the back room until you hear his laugh. But if lights out is on, that door light mechanic of him will be disconnected, since that would be almost impossible if it was left on. So yeah, that's all challenges. I tried to explain the fastest of my literal body. So yeah.
I have to go ahead and mute this part of the video since I wasn't really good at explaining the challenges. So I'm gonna tell you more about these challenges. So you don't start off with all of them, right? You complete night 5. You have to like work your way up to get more and more challenges. Because right now on screen you can see you start off with those 3 challenges, and then right as you beat those challenges, you get more and more challenges. But it's not just if you beat one of the challenges or do no challenges, you just get more challenges. If you beat night 5, it's not like that. So take this like Ultimate Custom Night. You have to get the setup score to get those office skins in Ultimate Custom Night, like I said. So it's kind of like similar. You have to get the amount of score to get more challenges. Say like this. You have to get 4,000 points, and you have to get the challenges to get 4,000 points. Meaning you have to turn some of those on, which ones that you're good at. You have to mix them all together in one night. That's all you do. So yeah, basically like Ultimate Custom Night. And yeah, that's all challenges. There is one thing. Actually, no, not one more thing. Multiple things in this video, but I'm gonna tell you the harder things to do, because doing challenges was already hard enough, but what could there possibly be harder? Well, there's max mode and a minigame that you have to do. So I'm going to tell you about the minigame, since I want to save the max mode for last, since, because it's max mode. But roll another video to how to do the minigame. Before we do how to do the minigame, I want to say, if you beat the Golden Freddy challenge, you get this another unlockable skin. It's finally called the Golden Shadow skin. It's basically like the Patreon Shadow skin, but it's golden. This one is pretty decent. It's pretty cool to see, but it's kind of a lazy design. It's just a shadow but yellow, but I don't mind it. Alright, on to how to do the minigame. What you mean roll to the next video? That guy is so cringe. But anyways, yes, this is how you do the minigame. Well, pretty much you will be spawned into this weird FNAF 4 house kind of look. It's more likely a maze. And the only thing that you're dealing with is the this pit trap thing that you see on screen. And you might be wondering, what is the green and red hitboxes for? Well, those I'm gonna explain right now. The green hitbox is to trigger the breathing if you turn off your light. It should sound like this. And if you do make some sounds like running around that green hitbox with your light on, he will make a demonic scream that plays everything just like this. So, if some of y'all are toddlers in here, you might think this is pretty disturbing, and yes, I can probably agree with you. This is pretty disturbing. Not really pretty, but like, it's a tiny bit disturbing for me. But if he does catches you in that red hitbox, he will scream like this. Pretty loud. I know that. It is loud. So, how do you actually beat this minigame? Well, you have to go ahead and go around the maze, and sometimes you gotta turn off your light to hear some stuff. And if you do hear this shadow Bonnie music, that's a plushie. It should sound like this. Once you hear the plushie, go to that direction and you'll see it. This is what it looks like. And you click on the point. And you have to collect all 8 plushies to complete this minigame. And you have to wait for a couple seconds. And yeah, that's how you beat the minigame. Well, yeah, but how do you stop Pit Trap? You really can't stop him. You're just gonna have to run away from him. Like, if you turn off your light and do hear breathing, you have to go to the opposite side of where he is, so you could get very far away from him. And sometimes you could stand still at the middle of the map, but just do not try standing still when you hear breathing. I mean, there is sometimes he could walk away from you, but that's a random chances of its moving opportunities. So I recommend you just walking to the opposite side. And if he's actually coming after you, that's why you should just go to the opposite side. It's not worth it just standing there. So yeah, that's how you beat the minigame. And now, here comes the thing I've been hiding the entire time. The max mode. But before we get to that, if you beat the minigame, you get another unlockable skin. And that is called the memory skin. This skin is where you beat the minigame and you get this cool skin that where it's black animatronic but with yellow eyes, and they play shadow Bonnie music if you get close to them, and they're kind of glitchy a little. So yeah, pretty cool. Now on to the max mode. The max mode, oh yeah. So I'm gonna teach you how to do this. So right as you instantly start, pull up your camera already. Check on that note, do this, your task. And always take your 3 motion detectors, like the 3 seconds of your task. Watch Ray Bonnie and deal with end note like this. Boom, combo. And then just let everything start like this. You always gotta keep on checking. And then you always gotta deal with Golden Freddy. I don't have to tell you like it's away. It's random chances. So watch for Bonnie on the prize counter and check out no and do your task just like this. You have to do it very, very fast though, since it's pretty cracked.
sometimes you don't always gotta watch for Bonnie. You can deal with everything else for like a few seconds, since he is pretty slow. But yeah, you don't have to do the task what I'm doing. You can do it like your own way. You can do this one first. Loud footsteps, close the door automatically. You gotta, your ears gotta be on it at all times. And then if you think it's a really good time, reset the power. I'm about to do that in a second since she gets out the door. Good time. Also, sometimes Foxy could run down the hallway, so I'm recommending checking your hallway before shutting down your power. They sometimes shut your door since it does waste air compressor and power, but it's actually a good strat since you could actually trick the animatronics. Because they think that you open the door and they can just bomb rush your doors right as you open your door. It's very annoying, but it's something that they can do. You always gotta spare your meat box. Save that little usage of it. You always gotta be fast. Sometimes your hands could slip right as you do your cameras because you're moving a little bit too fast. That's gonna be weird. I know I won't beat this, but I'm just showing you a tutorial. So yeah, if you want to, you can go ahead and keep on watching it. Also, this is only 3 players, so there's no like, I guess Bonnie, I think? So yeah, that's why it's a little bit easy. So yeah, that's how you do max mode. I will go ahead and keep doing the strat. Showing y'all that it's actually beatable. Because I already did show you a run of 7K. So if you want to go see that, you can. It's a lot more cleaner and better than this. Trust me. So yeah. Sometimes I check my corners and sometimes the laughs and footsteps could sound the same. The fact that I was not paying attention sometimes. So yeah, good call back. Even while checking Sprint Bonnie Golden Freddy, you have to go ahead and watch your motion detectors because they can really outplay you. Because sometimes these people are smart. See? Like that. Like, this is no joke. I'm gonna have to reset my power more. Oh, I see it. Again? So this, you finally got out of here after beating max mode for your first time, and then you see this glorious theme right here. Exotic Butters 1 for BD7K. Yeah. You eventually start to see this, but you click on it. Yep, that's your thing. And if you see here, if you did beat your if you did beat 6 minutes on 7K, you're gonna have to do more of max mode, but for 8.5 minutes and 12 minutes. Not gonna show a recording of it since I already did max mode. It's hard to compromise, but if you play it more, you get used to it. Like, right now, I find max mode a medium difficulty for now, since I know a lot about it and I keep doing it. But I bet Sage is the one who did the most max modes for doing it 40 to 50 times. If you don't know who that is, he's the 10th place of getting max mode of 12 minutes. He beat that. And I was nowhere near that. But as a little interesting thing about me, I was the first ever one to be max mode. It was about March 27th or March 30th that was I be max mode. Meaning I was the first ever person to be max mode, but it was only on 6 minutes since no one knew it was possible until I did it. I'm not saying I was the one who caused people to do it. Some of them think that they could do it. Some of them think that it could be possible. But you can ask the creator himself on his live streams, or just him on vrchat, that I certainly was the first person to be max mode. And he didn't, and he was going to make it easier, but he didn't. Because I did it, and a few other legends who did it. Like Chris Across, and Doom, and I think Scree as well. And I think that's all I can name so far, since I know them a lot. Even the creator still hasn't beat max mode. Just, yeah. It's just on PC, it's pretty difficult since, yeah, because it's PC. I wouldn't say PC is hard, though. But I'm just saying, it could be hard for them, but it's, if you're a really good FNAF player on PC, yeah, that you could do it. But there's just so many like multitasking. I guess that's why it makes it more harder on PC than VR. Since VR, it's easy. All you gotta do, it's just one button. It's this trigger button. You just click on it like everything. You have to be fast. So yeah, if you do beat 8.5 minutes, you get the pink one, and beat 12 minutes, you get this beautiful one, and it's 12 minutes. Yes, it's painful. It really is painful to do this for you. But if you keep doing it, you could eventually get the blue minute. You could get the blue one for 12 minutes. If you even did on 12 minutes. And if you're watching this video and you haven't even beat max mode, you could just do 12 minutes right now. You could beat it. And you could get all of them. And it's not individual. If you do beat a higher thing, say this. If you beat 8.5 minutes on max mode, that's your first ever time beating it, you do get this red one and the pink one, but not the blue one since you didn't do 12 minutes. But if you beat 12 minutes on your first time beating max mode, congratulations. You get everything. You get all the exotic butters. That's a big record for you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Alright, but yeah. That's the max mode. That's max mode for you guys. I am trying to think if there's something else that you can do. Let me look around. Oh yeah, you could get 100 points on Flappy Bear if you want. See, I got 191. So I call that you could just get 100 points at this game. And you could beat Scary Bear as well if you really want to. You can explore the Hangout world and this world. You can get every avatar and save it. even if you Patreon ones and the ones that are not released. Yeah. And let me look a little bit more. I mean, yeah, you could try all of these settings in one game. And you could do all these personal settings like I did. You could listen to these. These are lore stuff here for the plushies. Yeah. Um, I think y'all are done. Yeah, I feel like that's it. If you want to, though, that's how you 100% night shift. But if you really want to, I do got a little challenge for y'all. I want to see if you could beat this challenge. I want to see y'all can beat this challenge right here. Yeah. It's okay. This may be harder than max mode. It's max mode, but with no door lights and task and one lever, but nothing to make it more faster. And you can't reboot your power, and it has to be on 12 minutes, and all animatronics remain active. I believe that people say this is the most impossible challenge, but this probably is impossible since it's nowhere near debeatable. No one has ever beaten this challenge. The reason why I did it with task on, since you could end your shift early. You're gonna have to suffer for 12 minutes on this. If one of y'all do this, record this and put this on your YouTube channel, and I swear, if one of y'all beat this, I will give you a shout out, or probably send you a buck if you literally have a donation, because I have no idea if this is possible actually. If one of y'all beat this, y'all are insane. I never tried this before. Actually, no, I did try this like 2 times, and this is no, this isn't possible. I mean, sir, this is actually impossible. There's no way. This isn't beatable. If one of y'all beat this, yeah, that's insane. Yeah. Yeah. Well, back to the gap. That's all, folks, of how to 100% Night Shift Remastered. Yep, that's it. Also, yeah, thank you for staying here. If you just skip through just to see the ending, yeah, you are mean and a butthole. But if you did watch through the entire thing, you're absolutely amazing. Now, go ahead and use these tips and play Night Shift Remastered. It is a pretty good Five Nights at Freddy's 1 fan game in VRChat. Probably one of the best ones out there in VRChat. Trust me, it is. Now, yeah, that's how you're 100% Night Shift Remastered. And here are a few bonus clips to end this off. This is what it sounds like when Endo breaks your fan. This is what Foxy looks like if he's out of his cove. This is what happens if you do not use your music box, and this is what it looks like if you don't do it. And like I said, it is a power outage, but I want to show you what this clip looks like. Also, shout out to all of these people for making this game.
And a special thanks to Chaotic J for making this game and hiring all of these people for helping him. Well, that's it, everyone. Bye-bye! Also, before I go, there's a night shift skin contest, so whoever wins gets the, gets a skin of you made and gets put into the game. So make sure you make it really, really good and go to the Discord server. It's on my Discord, it's Chaotic J's, okay? Don't be stupid. Alright, now for real, bye. No, that was a mean way. Alright, bye!